Episode 5 of the Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sikora, and I am the Beardcaster. Hey everyone, thank you for returning. We are now on to episode 5 of this wonderful podcast all about facial hair, growing beards, growing mustaches, taking care of them, being awesome, doing cool stuff. So thank you all for coming back once again. Like I said, my name is Scott Sikora. You are here with me on this fun-filled little journey into my little weird world of facial hair nonsense, as some would call it, but it's a way of life for myself and many of my friends. So if you're interested in finding out more about this lifestyle or community, you've obviously found the podcast and you're listening to it, so why don't you subscribe on iTunes, subscribe on Stitcher, share with your friends. How about you leave a rating? Maybe, I don't know, rent an airplane and send smoke signals and let everyone in the world know about this podcast. It's up to you. If you choose not to listen to it, hey man, it's not for everyone, so go listen to a podcast about making cakes or something, because that's probably what you're into. So without further ado, we're going to just jump right into today, because I'm really excited about this interview I did. It is with the owner of Waffen Whiskerr oil, which is my primary sponsor for the Beardcaster, and his name is Matthew Beaton. Matthew and I have met through a beard club called Beards of the Old Northwest out of Cleveland, Ohio. I want to say 3 or 4 years ago already, and I've known him since he started the whole oil thing, so I've kind of been there from the beginning, watched him grow to the mogul that he is right now in the oil industry, and I was able to sit down, well, technically not sit down with him and talk to him, but him and I did a phone interview, which ended up turning to be a humongous cluster F, which a 20-minute interview turned into almost a 3-hour extravaganza because we had so many technical difficulties. So I want you to sit back and enjoy this little interview I did with Matthew the other night. Check out www.thebeardcaster.com, where you can find a link to Waffen Whiskerr oil. You can also check on a newly revamped page where I have a store. It is also linked on my website, and that will take you to many other different types of products you could check out. I am also in the process of building a new page on my website. It's called Products. So if you go to that page, you will find a extensive collection of every oil. Well, I'm trying to gather every single different beard and mustache oil, wax or balm, all the companies. I'm trying to put them all on one single page. If you want to find a new oil, you can go to this page, and I have over 100 listed right now. So I have everyone's logo on there, and it links directly to their website where you can buy directly from them. If you have any questions, you can question them directly. So I'm just trying to hook the people up with their suppliers of oil, waxes, and balms. So without further ado, here is my interview with Mr. Matthew Beaton from Waffen Whiskerr oil, which he pronounces it much more eloquently than I do. He has this weird, almost German inflection to it. So I hope you all enjoy, and action. All right, so I'm here with Mr. Matt Beaton. The reason I have Mr. Matt Beaton on the program for this evening is because...
It's because you called me.
Well, yes, because but then you called me, and then I think you were the one that called me last, so you are on here now because you just called me.
Damn it, I had to accept your last call, so you called me.
Well, yeah, I initially set it up, so I guess technically, yes, you are correct, sir. But anyways, the reason why I am having Mr. Beaton on the program is because, number one, he is our main sponsor for the Beardcaster, and I've, of course, raved about his products, and I wanted to actually get the man and hear the story behind his multi-million-dollar empire that he's built in the oil industry. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is not oil going for around $30 a barrel right now?
Yes, it's actually come down just a little bit, unfortunately.
So, but there's nothing better than putting $20 in your car and filling it up now.
Oh, I love it, especially if you get fuel perks, and then you can get it for like $1.29.
It's like getting a free tank of gas all the time.
Yes. I will not complain about that.
All
But
right.
sadly, sir, we are speaking of two different types of oil here.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, my mistake. I thought I was talking to the Matt Beaton, the oil tycoon from Texas.
Sir, you have a crude sense of humor.
Oh, I see what you did there, and that was excellent.
It was very punny.
Oh, we are two peas in a pod. All right, so let's. Okay, so Matthew, you tell us who you are and what you do, not who your daddy is and what does he do.
Mommy says Daddy's a real sex machine.
No.
All right, we'll be serious for about 3 seconds. That yes, I am Matt Beaton. I am the owner of Waffen der Whiskerr oil. And we can start this story off of how I got into the business.
Yes, that's probably usually a good place to start because we don't want to start where we're from the back end of it and work towards the front because that's very anticlimactic, as they would say. So
I thought we were doing this Tarantino style.
Oh, well, we could start right in the middle and confuse everyone, and then jump to the beginning, and then jump to the. Is that your electric razor?
No, I just got a text message.
Oh, actually, it sounded like your pager. Should I start calling you Don Johnson?
Yes, please do. Don Perignon Johnson.
All right, so let us start at the beginning, the history of the oil tycoon, Matt Beaton.
This all started when I got divorced and was finally able to grow my beard out because my ex-wife hated it. Started to grow it out and then came across commercials for a wonderful show called Whiskerr Wars, which led me to do research and then found beard clubs. And then once I found beard clubs, found out about competitions. Competitions led to finding oil companies, maintenance, maintaining, things of that nature. Led me to the whole entire subculture we know as the bearding world. Started off by using, I think I was using about 3 or 4 different companies' products, just bouncing around, seeing what was out there. The companies were great, but I do realize that every beard is different, and not all oils work in every single beard or every single application. So I then started to do research on base oils, figuring out what their properties are, which ones I liked, which ones I did not like. And then I started to play
harmonica.
Yes, I started the harmonica, which led me to all this.
Jeez, all right. This really took a really odd twist.
There's the buzz.
Oh, that's excellent.
I started playing chemist and mixing these oils together to figure out which ones would mix well.
Did you make a blue oil?
A blue oil?
But are you not getting that one? Did that go over your head?
Being that you are like 6 foot taller than I am, I think yes, that would get over my head.
I was going the Walter White round on that.
Oh, Breaking Beard?
Yes.
Yes, I started my own bearded meth lab.
That's not funny. Okay. As we
Except you're laughing.
I know, and you're laughing too, so I guess it was funny. All right.
I never said it wasn't funny.
Oh, I know I did. It was more inappropriate than anything. But so you started your own chemistry fun at home, mixing your oils, and go back to that point. And action.
And started mixing all the oils together to figure out which ones would blend well together that would have the least amount of separation with minimal coagulation.
That sounds really technical. Can you explain that a little bit better?
When some oils come together, they tend to solidify or coagulate, kind of like blood.
All right.
As it spills out, it coagulates, it thickens up.
So you implying that all blood spills out?
At some point in time or another, yes.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I feel bad that I keep interrupting you, but like you like really lay some really good groundwork for me to jump in all over the place.
No, I leave little cracks in the wall for you to come crashing through like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, or like your pager.
I figured I would try to put it on the do not disturb mode. So
All right.
people will leave me alone.
All right, that sounds good. You are a VI. You must probably your phone's buzzing because everyone's like going to their phones and ordering your oils online right now, and those must be alerts for all the people that are ordering your product. Correct?
Yes, sales are through the roof.
Excellent. All right, so let's take it back a little bit before we were interrupted by the pager again. But all right, so
Rats.
Coagulation. Okay, this is where I'm going. We got coagulation. From that point, continue on.
And continue. God bless it. What part of do not disturb do these people not understand? Let me try one more thing as we dealt with coagulation. I'm going to turn my vibration off.
I know. So this has been quite an interesting little event here. So this whole thing was supposed to start about 2 hours ago at this point. So as Matt and I have been battling between massive technical difficulties here for the past 2 hours.
Massive amounts of text messages.
Yeah, and orders. Come on.
These orders.
That's just amazing. I've never heard that sound before.
It's the SOS in vibration.
The ship's going down?
There we go.
I
think. See, with all these interruptions, we got to keep this going so the sales will keep going.
I know. Well, we can't slow Mr. Beaton down because apparently he cannot be beaten. So he's not going to be beaten by a poor internet connection tonight, and or poor cellular phone signal, or bad microphone action. So we're beating our way through this one.
Yes, we are. So back to where we were about coagulating oils. I would find that some oils would solidify partially when they were blended together. It was almost like pouring hot candle wax into cold water. It would almost instantly solidify, and that would not make it good for its usability in your beard. It'd be very hard to apply.
Now, did you do like a lot of research as into like what might be the healthiest types of oils or different types of products that you learned happen to be the best ones you should use?
Yes, I did a lot of research with figuring out the properties for moisturizing, which ones would give you the different vitamins and fatty acids and your omegas, which ones had good rate of absorptions. So it's a fine balance of a heavy absorption with the hemp oil. Yes, jojoba oil is very greasy, but if it's blended right, it gives you a nice sheen and a heavy coat, but it's not too greasy when blended properly.
Very interesting. So what are your base oils that you use in your products?
My base oils are apricot kernel, hemp seed, coconut oil, and jojoba oil.
All right. So those are in every single one of your products then, correct?
Yes.
All right.
All the oil keeps the same base across all the different blends. The only difference is which essential or fragrance oils were used to scent them.
All right. And last I saw you had 653 different scents. Is that right?
You're about 10 off.
Oh, all right.
But yeah. Actually, I have 8 fragrances, and the 9th bottle right now is the unscented. which is the John Doe, your favorite.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I mean, I've used every single one of your different scents, and I love all of them. And I was getting to the point where, as I'd put oil in my beard, I mean, when you have a beard over a foot long, which I do, and you're using a lot of product in it, so I mean, I'm putting the product in there every day, and after a while, just the smells just kind of get to you a little bit, and it's all day long. It's just literally wafting up into your nose all day long. I wanted something that was just a little bit like a vacation from the scents. I mean, I'm not dissing on the scents. I love all the scents, but sometimes you kind
of had a smorgasbord going on there with. As long as your beard is, you're just getting all the different fragrances mixed up in there.
Well, not only that, but I mean, if you wash it, if you're washing it on a regular basis and you're getting them out of there, all right, I don't one scent on one day, another scent the next day. I stick with a scent till I'm done with that bottle. So what I'm saying is, as opposed to a guy who might have like a 2-inch beard, they're using a little bit of product, they're rubbing it into their hands, and they're just rubbing it into their beard, and they're not getting a lot of product. But when you have a beard that's over a foot long, for the most part, you have to use 5 to 6 times more product than a person who has a 2-inch beard. So you're getting more product in there, more scent in there, and it's, of course, right underneath your nose all day. So
this is very true.
So that's why I said I as of more recently, maybe just my nose has been more sensitive. The John Doe is awesome because I sprayed it in my beard the other day, and I'm like, oh, this is refreshing. It was a nice, refreshing change of the pace where it was just, I was getting the benefits of using the oil, but I wasn't getting the overpowering smell that I'm used to at times because I have to put a lot of product in my beard.
It's a nice little vacation.
Yeah. As I'm saying all this, I'm like, I don't want it to come off as like I'm dissing on the scents that you have. I'm just trying to... It's beard problem for beard guys. Not something that everyone has to deal with, I guess. It's... When you have an abundance, you have to use an abundance. After a while, it just can get to you. So it's nice to have a choice of using the same quality product, but minus a scent. Is where I was ultimately going. So,
yes, I completely understand. I do the same thing as well.
All right. So, before I went off on my tangent about John Doe. All right. So, you were saying you have 8 scents, and the 9th is the John Doe, which is a fragrance-free. So that is just strictly the base oils, nothing else, correct?
That is correct. The only slight fragrance you will actually get from that is from the natural fragrance of the oils.
All right. Now, how have you come up with your quote-unquote scents?
Some of them are mixing of fragrance oils and essential oils, and some of them are just a base essential or fragrance oil that I have found and sourced from a local company.
Exxon?
Yes.
All right.
Actually, Shell.
BP.
You know the Orange Ball 76?
Yeah, don't go there, man. That's got family ties to me, so that's almost crossing the line.
Well then.
All right, so sorry, I don't mean to keep making the jokes about the oil, but I can't get over the fact that gas is like $1.30 some a gallon right now.
Yes, it is quite fantastic, and I tell you,
well,
that oil line, it's very slippery. Slippery slope.
But look at it this way too. All right, gas is $1.30 some a gallon right now, which gives us the ability to get into our cars and drive to many different beard competitions all over the United States.
Yes, my calendar is filling up immensely fast.
All right, and so where I was going with that is that's pretty much how you got your start. You went to a lot of different beard competitions. I mean, got out in front of those people, correct?
That is correct.
Right.
Actually, when everything was perfected to the way I wanted, the first time that oil was ever sold, even before online, it was at a beard competition. That was opening day for me.
Wow, that's cool. So talk me through some of the competitions you've been to and over the years, and how you've gotten your product out there.
It started with, I believe it was the Beards of the Old Northwest. Buckshot Beard Bonanza 2 was opening day for sales. And then the first time I ever crossed a state line was going to the Beards for Beasts with the Steel City Beard and Mustache Club.
In Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That was kind of the start for everything. I've been to RVA, Richmond, Virginia. I'm actually going again there this year. Gotten to go to Virginia Beach, down in Lexington, Kentucky, with the Beard and Loathing in Kentucky guys. Been to Indiana, Michigan, with the Murder City guys. And then that's really I've been to these competitions multiple times, but that's about as far as I've gone between 5 states. But I do get to ship out the oil on a regular basis with a lot of competitions, because I just offer to help these different beard clubs that put on their competitions to help sponsor their winners or anything like that.
So, like, say, if, for instance, I go to Salt Lake City, Utah, and possibly I win first place in partial beard, one of my prizes might be a bottle of Waffen.
It very well may be a bottle of Waffen or Whiskerr oil. That's
very cool. Well, that's a very interesting type of marketing plan. I mean, you've been very generous over the years with sharing your products. I mean, I can see as a person who's trying to start a business, it's definitely a way to get your name and your product out there.
It does help quite a bit.
So, but it's definitely you have to give a little to get a little. So it's obviously been paying off for you, correct?
Yes, it has. And the other marketing that I'm doing, kind of to give back to the bearding community as well, is I'm trying to reach out beyond the bearding community as we know it. You know, finding bands, primarily heavy metal bands.
Oh, I can help you with that.
Yes, that you have. Like, I have a few bands right now that I sponsor. You know, I give them product, T-shirts, and if, they're traveling, I'll throw them a few bucks to help them out with gas or whatnot, because I know they're trying to make it as well.
That's awesome.
We're all kind of on the same page, but they go out, they tell their fans about it, and it's to try to take the bearding world out to bring more people into it, so it doesn't fold in on itself.
Cross promotion.
Yes.
Like I said to you earlier, it's almost like running a band when it comes to like any type of entrepreneurship that you do in anything. It's both of us definitely have been in bands, so we know what it's like to work with other people, and your band is your business. So now both of us definitely have gone different ways. I mean, you've gone the route of the beard oil, and I've gone the route of the podcasting. So
beard casting.
Yeah, beard casting. Yes, that's what they call it. So, but my point is that you have to learn how to kind of find your niche, or niche, or however you want to say it, so you can kind of spread out to as many different facets as you can. So you try to find like-minded people who are into similar things. I mean, definitely the guys in the metal music world have beards, so they definitely need some oil, and especially those touring guys smell pretty bad. So anytime they can probably get something smelling good on them is awesome.
It's a breath of fresh air for them. And probably the tour bus as well.
Yeah, so, but you get a lot of health benefits though from the oil, so it's not only a good smell, but they're at least doing something to keep their hair healthy or facial hair healthy.
Yeah, I use it honestly myself for my hair and my scalp. And that was one of the other reasons why I came up with the recipe that I did, is because it's very skin oriented as well.
Well,
as you can see now,
no, I can't.
I've actually started to grow my hair out.
Yes, I can see that, but everyone else can't. But continue.
But I was never able to grow it out before because I don't know if you want to call them episodes or something of
MacGyver.
Yes. Psoriasis, MacGyver, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Where, the skin turns really red and then it starts to flake and it's actually very painful.
Uh-huh.
But when I started to use the oil on a daily basis, I haven't had any episodes occur.
Oh, wow.
If I forget to put it in on a daily basis, I can start to feel that little burn like it's getting ready to. I'm like, crud.
But aren't you really supposed to feel the burn though?
Not in that aspect.
Oh.
The burn is good in other areas, just not there.
All right. See, now, this is the first time I've heard you say this, and I think this is a very good testimonial to your product. Over the past couple of years, you've given me a couple bottles, and my wife loves the tiki, and you've given her a couple bottles of that, and she loves putting it on her skin. Like, she sprays it on her arms. She uses it in her hair. I mean, she loves your stuff. That's one of the few things that sets your oils apart from other companies is you have a kind of like a little marketing plan towards the fact that it's not just for your beard, it's for your skin, it's for your hair, and it's women friendly too. So
yes,
if
beard tested, women approved.
Yeah. So you're getting that in itself opens up a whole nother can of worms of new potential clientele.
Yes. And I've actually also used the John Doe, your favorite.
Currently my favorite.
Your current favorite. I've used it to heal tattoos because it's fragrance-free and there's no dye or colors in it. So it's fantastic for healing tattoos because it's just all-natural moisturizing oils.
All right. Now, I have a listener question, and I wasn't going to bring this up, but since you've kind of gone in that direction, which has nothing to do with this, but this person asked me, his name is Steven, he asked me, can you use beard oil as a lubricant?
I have never tried that yet.
But
Waffen der Sexlube could be another marketing scheme.
It could be, because we were talking about it, and I'm like, isn't even like KY jelly, isn't that like a petroleum-based product, so it's not even natural?
That is correct as far as I know.
So, all right, so maybe we did just open a whole new entire door for you.
Yes. I mean, I guess it's vegan-friendly lube or something like that. I don't recommend trying it.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah, we highly recommend that you do not try this at home. It was just a question, a thought, and who knows, in a follow-up from a year from now, we might be introducing Matt's new line of Waffen der, what did you call it?
Waffen der Sexlube.
Yeah. So, all right. Okay, another thing that I love about your products is you come with a pump sprayer. Not you, but your products do.
Yes. And there's a very good reason behind that.
Because it's easier to apply.
It is very easy to apply. But also, with some of the other companies, you get, just a screw-off cap or you get a medicine dropper. But once you separate the top and the bottle, that leaves the ability for an accidental spill, where you watch your investment go straight down the drain. No pun intended.
But what happens if you don't spill it in the sink?
If you spill it on your hardwood floors, you're about to have a nice shiny spot on the floor.
All right, so, okay, continue.
But it gives you the ability to still apply it. I sometimes, when I go to do it, I'll just part my beard towards like my chin and neck and spray it directly into the skin to rub it in to get towards the roots, and then spray it in my hand to bring it down.
Okay, lost my train of thought.
All right, so you split it and you spray it in there, work it in there, and then you spray some in your hand and work it in there.
Yes, to bring it down towards the end. Because if those of you listening do not know, the longer your beard gets, the further away from its natural skin oil the end of the follicles will become. So you have to keep it oiled so it doesn't dry out. So you start at the root and then work your way down to the tip.
Matthew, do you know what
it just makes it...
Do you know what the proper name for the skin oil is?
For the skin oil?
Yeah, like the oil that your body produces, like your skin.
No, I don't.
Sebum.
Please.
Sebum.
Sebum.
Yes. If you have any questions about what sebum is, refer to my last podcast with Emily. We had a long discussion about what sebum was. So I learned all about that last time, so it was pretty interesting.
So is that a homeless person that lives down on the beach?
A sebum?
A sebum?
No, damn near killed him, though.
So I definitely missed your last podcast, so I just told on myself there, so I apologize.
That's all right. That's all right. We're all busy. You're busy brewing up oils every night till your fingertips are raw. I can see them in the picture right there.
They look like raisins.
Yeah. That's one of my biggest selling points on your oil is the pump sprayer. Once again, you have an extremely long beard like I do or any of the other guys out there. A majority of the people have the shorter beards. So putting a little dollop of oil in your hand the size of a pea and rubbing it together and rubbing it in is sufficient. But when you have a massive quantity of hair on your face, it's, once again, like you said, you don't want to be wasting product.
Yeah.
So
then it's very easy to even get too much in your hands or whatever.
Definitely. So, I mean, the way I apply is I grab it right in the middle and I hold the ends and I spray it right into the tips. And
just the tip?
I spray them right just the tip. I spray it right on the tip. The tips, plural, more than one. And then I work it in at the end, and then I do it exactly the same way that you do it. I part it in probably about 10 different spots across my chin from my left ear to my right ear, and I'll spray one squirt in each of those parts that I pull apart, and then I take my detangling comb and I brush it. So then it's working it into my scalp, and then it's working its way down my beard, and then gets to the end where the rest of the oil is, and then it all comes together in one amazing time.
And then your beard will look spectacular.
It looks spectacular for days. It's just your product just does a really good job for my beard.
I appreciate that.
I cannot speak highly enough about your product. I've loved it since day one. Not only do you have a good product, but the guy behind the company is a awesome dude too. I don't know if you've met him. His name's Matt Beaton, but he's a pretty cool guy.
I'm willing to meet everybody at some point in time.
You probably cross paths with him at a beard contest somewhere, I'm sure. Or, in fact, you probably run across him every time you walk into the bathroom when you're washing your hands.
Don't mind that creepy reflection in the mirror.
Yeah. Here's a hard question for you. What is on the horizons for you and your company within the next year?
Within the next year, I can tell you by the end of next week, 4-ounce bottles will be available.
Oh my, oh my.
With spray toppers.
Oh geez.
And then I can tell you there will be t-shirts and merchandise. The beard balm has been perfected.
Oh, that was another question of mine. Is that has been something that's been talked about in small little circles around here about when you were going to actually come out with a balm?
I have perfected it. I just need to work on the labels now.
All right, so tell us about the balm.
The balm is a mix with shea butter, beeswax, and the proprietary blend of Whiskerr oil.
Now, is that going to come in multiple scents or one?
I plan on scent matching every balm to every oil.
Are you serious, Clark?
Yes. As same is with the mustache wax I am working on.
Oh my goodness.
I will scent match every single wax to every single oil.
When are you ever going to sleep? this sounds like you're going to be like busy for weeks and months and years trying to do all this stuff.
What is this sleep you speak of, silly man?
Oh, it's the thing that a normal person does at night when they're not doing their hobbies or, working at their normal job and then coming home. And
the goal I have is, I wouldn't say it would be this year, but I continue to wish to push this to where, this is my passion. Bearding, charity work, the competitions for charity, raising money. I do a lot of online auctions, or if I find, friends or family or people in need, I love to donate the product for auctions, to sell it off, to give proceeds to whoever needs it. I mean, this company, the beard world, is my passion. I would love to pursue it full time.
That's awesome. I love hearing that. That's nice to hear. And I think that's one of the things that really sucked me into the whole bearding community too was, well, number one, it's fun to make new friends and hang out with cool guys and stuff like that. But as a group, you're doing a huge service for a charity or a different community outreach program or whatever. You're trying to raise money and awareness for something. And that's, I think, the one thing that really sucked me into the bearding community was the sense of doing something good for someone, trying to help someone out.
Yeah, it's the selflessness that goes into it.
Well, that's really cool to hear that. I mean, and I know you've always been very generous too. With every competition you go to, there's a nice big basket of your product in a raffle or something like that. So
I try to help and bless as many people as I can.
Awesome, Mr. Beaton. All right, well, do you have any other closing thoughts?
I think that's about it, but just look forward next week for the 4-ounce bottles.
All right, so next week we're looking at, by the time this is posted, we're looking at Valentine's Day. So around the Valentine's Day time frame, look for those 4-ounce bottles. Now, the big key question is, where can we find your products at?
You can find the products at whiskeroil.com. That will be whiskerroil.com.
All right, and if anyone has any problems with that, all they need to go to is thebeardcaster.com. There is a huge link on the top of my page, right at the very top header for Matt's Oil, Waffen to Whiskerr Oil. You just need to click on that, and it'll take you directly to his page. Or if you go to my products page, he will be the first image you will see, and you can click on that, and that'll also take you right to his page, and you have the ability to buy his products directly through him and not have to pay any extra fees to Amazon or whoever. He gets all 100% of that, so I highly suggest you check his products out. And if you are probably anywhere on the East Coast for the next few months and you're going to a beard competition, I'm sure you will run into him. So definitely check his stuff out. Thank you so very much, Matthew.
I thank you for the opportunity to be on here, and to all your fans, I appreciate your time and hope to run into you at some competition somewhere.
Oh, I know. It's been way too long. I was just saying how I've missed too many club meetings this year already, and I wasn't aware that we were getting our fingers all the way out into Colorado.
That is correct, for the Nationals.
And is that one of your big goals for this year too, is to get out there for that?
Right now, it's looking at just going for fun, just to say to go as a pleasure trip. But I'll have samples with me to hand out. But to be a part, to vend there, would be amazing. So I hope to do that, but at least I'll hand out samples.
All right, that sounds good, sir. Well, I thank you very much. You are a wonderful fella, a good friend. You are a man with a big heart, gives a lot to a community, a lot to charity. So anything I can do to help a person like that out, I am glad to do. So thank you, Mr. Beaton, and until next time, we shall catch up soon. All right?
All right, buddy. You take care. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Beaton. That was a really insightful interview with you. I really learned a lot today a lot more new things about taking care of your beard properly. So thank you so very much. Everyone, look into my show notes. I'll have links to everything that we talked about in there. Links to whiskeroil.com. I know it's a weird spelling, so you want to make sure you get that right. Or like I said, you can just go to www.thebeardcaster.com. Right on the top header, there's a link directly to his website. So check it out. You can also get a direct link to my Facebook page, Twitter, subscribe directly to iTunes, Stitcher. You can email me at thebeardcaster@gmail.com and just give me some feedback about what's going on. Tell me what you're thinking about. Tell me what you think about the show. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll discuss here. I want to really thank Matthew for all he's done for me over the years, for sponsoring my show. And if you're interested in testing one of his products out, please give me an email and maybe I can hook you up with one of his products. Maybe I can, maybe I can. It's all up to you whether or not you're going to email me, and maybe I'll help a brother out or a sister, because a sister would like to squirt it on her skin or her hair to see if it's really as great as I say it is, and you all should try it. So after you check out my website, check his out. Check us out on Facebook. You can find us there, both of him and my stuff. I'm having a really difficult time talking tonight. I don't even know how many takes I've already tried to do on this podcast. I'm really just botching the heck out of it. So take it or leave it. It's up to you. Subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe on the Stitcher. Share it with your friends. I know you can. Don't be afraid. On that note, I'm going to wish you all a wonderful evening. Do something nice for a stranger. Help a stranger. Give someone a hug. Pet a puppy. Rub a kitten. I don't know. Just do something cool. Be a good person. Do something nice for someone. Just be a good citizen. Love your brothers. Love your sisters. Love your mothers. Love your fathers. Love your wives. Love your husbands. Love your children. Just be awesome. On that note, everyone, have an awesome day. Be great. And talk to you later. Goodbye.